Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little apartment tour around my studio apartment here in Melbourne, and I have been living here for a year now, which is around about the same time that I started here on YouTube. So I did do an initial apartment tour very soon after I'd moved in, and it was a really comprehensive kind of look around my home, but so much has changed since then. I've got new furniture, I've upcycled old furniture, I have changed a lot of the decor and things, I've got some indoor plants, and there is just a lot that I really wanted to share with you guys, and I'm really in a much happier headspace about how it's all pulled together at the moment. So I thought this would be the perfect time to do an apartment update, and I can show you around my entire place and we can do a little bit of a tour. So I'd love for you guys to join me and follow along today. And just a super quick reminder as well, if you are new here, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I put up new videos every single week. And I will be decorating my apartment after I film this video, so that's really motivated me to get it done today because I want to get my Christmas decorations all up, and I'm so excited to do that. So I'll be sharing that with you guys as well. Now let's go, and I will head over to the front door so we can start there and work our way through. So starting in the entryway of my apartment, I have a full-length mirror, and beside that is this beautiful little stool which I've put together. So this was an upcycled bit of furniture from Kmart, and I ended up painting that white, which is in a previous DIY. This is my foster kitten Momo. Say hello, sweetheart. He is very needy and loves a lot of attention. So he's been living with me for this week, and I've got him for about 3 more weeks, and then he will head off to his forever home. So you might see him throughout this video because he loves to be around me. So I ended up decorating up this with some poetry books from Rupi Kaur, and I love this. This is a 2-part series of The Sun and Her Flowers and Milk and Honey. And I also got a candle, I've got some of my beautiful crystals and a little jewelry box, and of course a pothos. Next to this I have a full-length mirror which I got off Facebook Marketplace, and I just really feel like this makes the space feel a lot bigger because previously I'd had my shoes stored here and it just felt really cramped. So I wanted the first thing about the entry of my apartment to just really feel like home and really invite someone into the space, but also this is used as my last minute check for when I'm heading out the door. Next to this I have a old bookcase which I've styled up with a bunch of beautiful little homewares. I have some candles and some crushed up pieces of travertine which I did in a previous DIY video, so you can head over to my channel if you're interested in seeing that. I have a couple of other little decor pieces, an incense burner. These are my aqua profonda offcuts of my plants, and some other little bits and pieces. If you are wondering what this beautiful plant is called, this is a Begonia maculata. I just bought this one, so it's not in a pot yet, but I kind of don't mind how the little terracotta one looks. The next space is my combined bathroom and laundry. Something that was really important to me was getting a bathroom which actually has a shower, because a lot of them in Melbourne are a little bit older and they are shower over baths. So I was really impressed with this small apartment because it is quite modern and it has a really big generous shower. So that is what is down the end here. I've just got a little bit of a Moroccan theme that runs throughout my house. So I have some hints of grey and Aztec little prints. And this is my bathroom stuff. So here I have this cool little kit from my dentist, which is all of my mouthwash, toothbrushes and toothpaste, and I just have a couple of marble tumblers from Kmart which have my hand soap and my hairbrushes and things in there. This is my makeup cabinet and it is absolutely packed to the brim, so I'm not going to open that and expose myself. And here is my toilet, and next to that sits my laundry, which is very small, and I do wish it had a door on it to try and conceal a few of these things, but I've tried to keep it as neat as possible considering it is such a tiny little space, but that is city living for you. Everything comes with a European laundry. Something I have never been afraid to do in rentals is put things up on the wall to make the space more functional for myself. So I ended up grabbing this beautiful little coat hook from H&M, and on that I just have one of my denim jackets and my work bag with a little scarf. So this is right near my front door, and it just means I can grab everything that I need in a really quick little go before heading off to work. And I just think it adds a bunch of functionality to an otherwise blank wall. Across from that is my desk, which has been very essential throughout all of the extended lockdowns here in Melbourne, since I have been largely working from home for the last 2 years. So I made sure that I had something that was a really good setup, and this is just the IKEA Mic desk, which is the smaller version, as I was pretty limited on space. But it does come with these drawers, which I like to keep fairly organized with some stationery and things in there. So I find that really, really helpful as well. I love to try and drink a lot of water throughout the day. So this is my Healthish water bottle. It's 1 litre, and there is a time on the side for the morning and the evening. So I try and make sure to get through that. And behind that, I have a little pen cup. And these are my personalized keys for my home. I got this white keyboard off Amazon. I used to just have a boring black one, but I thought this looked a lot nicer and kind of fit in with the monotone of my desktop. The little lamp is a simple and cheap one from IKEA, and this is my intercom and my monthly wall calendar with all of my tasks and collaborations on there. On this side of the desk, I have my diary, my mouse, a little wireless charging pad, my microphone for podcasting and recording vocals, and my internet. Next to this is a new addition, and that is a printer, which is also a scanner and photocopier. I just got this Canon TS5100, and it has been absolutely perfect for what I need. So that's been a really, really handy addition for working from home. Below the printer is one of my favorite upcycled pieces of furniture. It is this old half circle little table, and it was just a kind of ugly brown color, so I ended up painting it black, and it just had a little diamondy looking handle on it, so I changed that out for this cute little brass bee, which I just bought on Etsy, and I think it just looks incredible. Next to that is my new favorite part of the home, and something that I've really wanted for the longest time, and that is a Strzeleckia Nicolai, or a giant bird of paradise. And I just think these plants are incredibly beautiful. It adds a lot of life and dimension to the space, and it's just something that has made an incredible difference to how I feel when I'm working from home. Next, we have my little living and TV area. This is a little plaster canvas which I just DIY'd myself, and I think it looks really, really cute, and I like it because it doesn't reflect all of the light off it. Next to that, I have this little Kmart lamp, and I ended up painting this white. It was just a return color. And below this, I have my TV, which is just a small 42-inch smart TV, but it is perfect for what I need. And it sits on top of this little Kmart shelf, which houses a ton of my books, and it is just overflowing at the moment. So I really need to start getting on top of all of these. This beautiful brass alcohol trolley, I unfortunately can't tell you where it's from because it was a vintage find, and I ended up picking it up at a little warehouse that was selling a couple of really unique antiques. So a couple of the wheels were broken, but I've since fixed them up, and now it is just home to a lot of my alcohol collection, which I pretty rarely drink these days, but this was a new addition from my friends for my birthday, and it is lovely if you are into gin. was quite tight on space. I could only fit a 2-seater lounge, so I ended up opting for a higher quality one. This is from COLLABS Furniture, and it is extremely plush and really, really beautiful. So would definitely recommend them if you are looking for an amazing furniture brand. And the beautiful arched pillows on this were just recent purchases from Target, and I really think they tie in nicely with this rug. So the rug you will have seen everywhere. It is just the classic Kmart rug, and my little black coffee table is from Kmart, as is the ottoman. I only have a very small balcony here in this place, so I will just briefly show you what I've got out here. I have a couple of plants here in the corner, and it hasn't been the greatest weather. It has been quite freezing here in Melbourne, so it's hard to keep many of them alive, but these few are thriving and really, really loving the weather. This is my little egg chair, which is a lovely place to sit on a warm day like today. Now onto my bedroom, and I have kept the blinds down because otherwise it would be a little bit too bright looking in here, but I have these 3 windows here, which I've always thought was a little bit excessive, but it is what it is. And my bed is all from H&M, so it's just their grey linen cover, and I have this beautiful white throw here from Kmart. This little corner worked out perfectly for me in this apartment, and that is because it fit my chest of drawers, and it means that I have this little space on top of it that I could do something with. So I grabbed this beautiful vintage gold mirror off Facebook Marketplace, and it was in really great condition still, so I have styled that up here. And next to that I have this gorgeous ZZ plant and a couple of little elements of vintage and new home decor just to finish it off. Wardrobe is a double sliding glass door, which is plenty of room for me, and there's also a drawer kind of container thing inside of there as well. So it is a really handy amount of space, and actually more than I used to get in my old 2-bedroom apartment. Momo is back, and he has decided that he wants to be the star of the video. Momo. Next we have my kitchen and dining room, and this is one of my favourite upcycled pieces of furniture. So it was all the rattan colour previously, and I ended up getting some new handles for it off Alibaba, and I also painted the doors white, and I think it turned out so beautifully, and it is just absolutely perfect within this really neutral space. On top of this, I have a beautiful little gallery wall which I made in a previous video, and this is just a really nice way to have a bunch of my memories from traveling up on my wall. So I really love how this looks, and it's just very simplistic. It was really cost effective, and I decided to do them all in black and white because I just think it has a lot more of an effect. On top of here are just a lovely collation of little bits and pieces of my plants, home decor and candles. For my dining room table, due to the small space, I ended up deciding to go with this raised kind of table. So I've sort of made it a second island bench since I didn't get one in this space, and I think it works really well. So this was just from IKEA, and it's just a standard frame, and I bought the tabletop from there and then screwed it on. And underneath that, I just have 4 stools from Kmart, which I painted up white myself. Behind that we have my kitchen space, and it is really tiny but just very well organized and really just makes the most of a small apartment. So it's the perfect amount of space for me because I do live alone, so it has everything that I could want. There is my foster kitty's food over there, but I've got a dishwasher, an oven and a stovetop, and a lot more of my pothos growing down from the shelves above. Lastly, next to that, I have my fridge and pantry, and the pantry is really quite large, which again is something that was really ideal for me because I needed all the extra storage I could get, and also it has my vacuum in the bottom of it because there is really no other space left in here. So that is the end of my apartment tour and me showing you around everything that I have in this new beautiful place. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me on this little tour throughout my apartment. I hope you guys really enjoyed this little overview into how I've kind of maximized and made the most of a really small space. So if you are wanting to know when everything is, hopefully I've mentioned it in the video, but if not, feel free to leave any questions in the comments down below and I will answer them for you. Until next time, I will see you then. Bye.